got a little bit of a different turn up music for the gym too. Let me turn that down a little bit more. Today we've got the beloved quad slash calf day. We're gonna put a little bit of calf in there. I'm gonna do like one like calf exercise. Honestly, I used to hate quad day, but I feel like I enjoy training quads way more than glutes and hamstrings nowadays. But yeah, excited for today's lift. I've been trying to like program for myself again. I have started doing an A and B day so I can have a little bit more variety. Today we are doing, since this is the first week of it, we're doing the A day. Next week we'll do the B day. We have our creatine in our cup. We had my usual red skin potatoes, eggs, egg whites, and avocado as our pre-workout meal. So yeah, let's get into it. Starting off your quad day with leg extensions, I feel like is the best thing you can do because it's going to activate your quads and ensure that your quads will be burning throughout the entire workout. And also, this is something that my trainer taught me while I was in prep, is doing 10 reps with your toes together, 10 reps with your heels together, and then 10 reps just a regular leg extension. And when I tell you, I've never had my quads burning so bad in my life. I was sore for like a week post doing that for the first time. Then we superset that with a front foot elevated reverse lunge. So that was block one, those two exercises. And then we headed on to some squats. So I chose to do a hack squat. I really like this machine because I feel like it took a lot of the pressure off your lower back that you can feel when you're doing the hack squat. Although after rewatching this, which is why I also think it's important to record yourself, is Miss Girl could have gotten a lot deeper in some of these. And then I superset the hack squat with a single leg press. I like to do it from the side because it gets the outside of your quad a little bit more. So that was block two, those two exercises. And then once again, I guess I put more footage of me doing this leg press, but I feel like it really is good at stabilizing and allowing you to really just hit the legs top tier. And then the next exercise that I did was a single leg extension. Just really wanted to, once again, hammer in the quads. Love these. I like to superset exercises. I don't like to waste time. So if I am in an area where I could do something else, I always superset another exercise. Also, another machine that I've never seen before is this machine back squat. Absolutely loved her. So smooth. I was able to get great depth. And I feel like I am somebody that is a more quad dominant when it comes to a back squat. So these were also chef's kiss. Lastly, we've got ourselves the tried and true walking lunges. Love her. Will always have her in my any leg day program because it is hitting, all the leg muscles. And then yeah, here we are finishing her up. And then the last exercise that I did as like my and I quote finisher was these heel elevated goblet squats. Also, do not look at that hunchback. Oh my God, that was insane. Also, see, look, like I said, the quads are looking absolutely juicy. Juiced up.
Just finished the workout. Not gonna lie, I did not feel like
20
doing
reps,
that shit
I'm pretty
today.
sure burnout until
But once I started
was,
moving,
like,
I started feeling so much better.
How we ended our workout.
Because like if you're there, you might as well go hard or go home, So we definitely put in the work today. Definitely feeling better, more energized, ready to go. Definitely got, I don't know if you can see anymore, sweaty AF. I also forgot my deodorant, so also stinky AF. But let's go ahead and get home and get this post-workout meal to get those gains. Now home, and we are going to go ahead and put together our post-workout meal. I literally eat the same thing every single day for lunch. I absolutely love my breakfast and lunch. They are my favorite meals of the day, and once again, my most consistent ones. Like I said earlier, my breakfast is like red skin potatoes, egg whites, 2 whole eggs, avocado. Lunch is rice, any kind of rice, whatever was available at the store, green beans, avocado, and chicken. Has it up and whatnot with some sauces and kimchi. The rice is cooking in the microwave, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab all of my things to go ahead and get the plate ready. Okay, so I do 120 grams of chicken. So for my post-workout meal, I get 35 grams of protein, 10 grams of fat, and then, what is it? 85 grams of carbs. I don't really care about the calories. I care more so about hitting the particular macros. Oh, and then, yeah, I said fat, and then my avocado is the fat. 120 grams of some chicken. And then 100 grams of green beans. Boom. I don't really care if it's perfection. I feel like when I was competing, when I tell you my OCD was absolutely insane. Like it had to be on the dot for whatever number it was supposed to be on the scale, and I would have to check it multiple times. If I would package my meals, and sometimes I would have to go back and remeasure all the stuff like the next morning. It was a little cray. Total, it's 150 grams of rice. Pretty much did I say 150, 250 grams of rice? Pretty sure it's literally the whole bag, pretty much. Just about the whole bag. Let me throw my avocado in here, and yes, I do heat up my avocado with my food. I just like it that way, you know? So don't judge. I'm going to put our excess rice into this container. We'll use it for my meals later. Actually, I'm going to heat up my stuff before I put my rice in there, since I just cooked the rice. Now we're going to do some kimchi in here, because who doesn't love kimchi? And then I'm actually going to take my scissors and chop up this, because the kimchi recently, I feel like the pieces of cabbage have been huge. I'm also gonna chop up my green beans even more, because I want them to be bite-sized pieces. I like to get a little bit of everything in my meal. Like in my meal. I like to get a bite of everything, like in every spoonful. So we're just gonna chop that up. Literally, I don't even care if this is cute. And then boom, we're gonna throw that in the microwave. Clean up while that is cooking in the microwave. We're gonna throw a little sriracha on here. I've been using Yellowbird, the blue agave tea. So good. Do a little razzle dazzle furikake, because you know it's kind of like Asian inspired-esque, and it makes it a little cute. Got a little sesame, a little seaweed, and then just a little splash of some salt, just to, you know, make sure we've got ample flavor going on. And then, yeah, this is the post-workout meal. Love her so much. As somebody who has to be watching something while I eat, I either watch like a YouTube video or some kind of, honestly, YouTube, or, you know, I love myself some reality TV. I just finished Summer House, In the City. What else was I watching that was like relevant? The Valley. Now I'm watching Winter House. I am trying to get into Southern Charm. It's kind of throwing me off a little bit, but we'll try her again. But I'm probably gonna put on Winter House. I honestly just love the cast of Summer House. Like I just love them. Well, certain people we don't love anymore. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and pop my little show on my phone and go ahead and eat.
2, 1, go! Let's go! That's like a tie straight up, dude. Pretty damn. I don't think so. Go!
Okay, we just finished the meal. I actually feel full. I feel like something that I have really been struggling with post bodybuilding competition is feeling full after I eat. And I know that's something that a lot of people probably experience post bodybuilding competition. And you know, not body image, but obviously you can't stay lean as hell your entire existence. It's not healthy, especially for women. So I feel like I'm slowly trying to allow myself to get back up to a more healthy weight. I mean, I'm at a healthy weight right now, but making sure, oh my gosh, can I talk? Making sure that my hormone levels are where they're supposed to be is something that's really important to me. My stage weight was 96 pounds. And now I'm 110 pounds. It fluctuates depending on the day. But once again, I feel like I still do slightly struggle with, you know, feeling super hungry after I eat, even though I just ate like a huge meal. And allowing myself to eat, I guess, is more so what I should say. I feel like I'm slowly getting better. I'm definitely getting better. I feel like I'm somebody who will be so into something so hardcore and be so deeply in it, and then I'll slowly, I mean, obviously, you know, I'm not doing a competition right now, and my goal is to build muscle, so technically I could do whatever I want and I can eat whatever I want, but obviously it's a whole mental thing. So, you know, food. And obviously, like, I let myself eat things that I want to eat, but it still, once again, is kind of a struggle. And, you know, just getting out of that is, you know, rough sometimes. And, yeah, I mean, once again, obviously, you can't stay stage lean your entire life. When I first started my prep for bodybuilding, I was 130 pounds. I can't remember, I think I was at 20% body fat, 22, 21% body fat. When I was on stage, I don't know my exact number, but it was probably around 4 to 5% body fat, which is, I know, crazy, because a few weeks later, I was like 6% body fat. When I did my in-body scan, I haven't been able to check my body fat, but I know that having a higher body fat, especially while trying to build muscle, is, you know, obviously necessary for energy levels, you know, for connective tissue to feel good, and just to have like a good hormone balance as well. Like having, you know, I did a blood test actually recently, one, to see any kind of food allergies, but two, also like a women's health panel, and all of my like female reproductive hormones were extremely low.
and my testosterone. So we want to get those back up because obviously we want to, you know, build muscle during this off season so that the next time I do compete, we are bigger and better. So once again, I guess the point of this little combo is, you know, the mental struggle of coming out of a competition and knowing that what's more important is your body's health rather than how you look, especially when, you know, you can't be walking around at 6% body fat. Once again, I don't know where I'm at now, but I want to be, you know, in a healthy range for women, but I don't want to go too crazy. I don't want to be as high as I was before, because then it's going to make, you know, the cutting going into the next competition just as rough as it was before. I do want to stay like at a good like medium, but also still gain enough to be able to put on some muscle mass, because obviously it's 10 times harder to build muscle than to cut body fat. So, and I was able to, I did my in-body scans while I was oh my goodness. I did in-body scans while I was going through my prep, and I actually built and was able to maintain all of my muscle mass, which was insane. I mean, I trained extremely hard. I made sure I had my creatine, you know, I had a high protein diet still. So yeah, so we're on the road to building. I feel like a good weight for me, a goal weight, is like being between, you know, 112 to 115 pounds is optimal. I mean, I'm 5'1", so being 130 pounds was a little thick, but you know, there's nothing wrong with being thick. I love myself in any, you know, weight that I'm at, but you know, once again, it is like a whole mental game post competition. So, but the goal is once again to be bigger and better. So, you know, I am this week. I think I'm going to on Saturday or Sunday. Saturday actually is my like kind of free-for-all day. Not free-for-all meaning like I just like don't, like that's my like off day. I think I'm gonna like, you know, have myself like a, and I quote, cheat meal. Not that it's like really a cheat meal. I'll probably get some sushi or like food that I really enjoy. My actually like refeed meal, which most people's are when you're a competitor, is some kind of burger, and they do have In-N-Out in Texas. I was in California for the competition, so I'm gonna maybe treat myself to an In-N-Out burger. In-N-Out is the best. I do not care what anybody has to say. In-N-Out has the, I don't know what it is, because I like the flavor is just chef's kiss. Like even without the sauce, because I didn't have sauce on my burger, the flavor of it is just so good. I feel like getting a burger at like a different restaurant. Like during the competition, like the day of when I went on stage in between prejudging and finals, I had a burger at I think Cheesecake Factory, and it was not as good. I was like, where's my In-N-Out burger? But so anyways, it's a journey. Nevertheless, that's the point of what I was saying, and a mental thing, especially, you know, being a woman and, you know, being perceived a particular way, or like wanting to look a particular way, or societal standards. I know obviously we've kind of shifted a little bit, but you know, it's all in your head. And yeah, we're working through that. I also, during my bodybuilding prep, I started writing every morning. I would do like a quote, or like I would write a quote and then kind of how I was feeling that day. I'm trying to get back into that. And so today's quote, because we're gonna get back into it because I feel like it is extremely motivational. I would just go on Pinterest, low key, and just, you know, find something that spoke to me that day, find a quote that, you know, once again, spoke to me and made me feel good or inspired me in some kind of way. And today's quote, since we're getting back into it, is inspired by the fear of being average. That's so real, because I feel like
to me now, after doing the competition, I don't want to be like everybody else. I don't want to look like everybody else. I don't want to act like everybody else. I want to have discipline. I want to have mental strength. I want to be able to do hard things, and I want to put myself out there to do hard things. So, you know, that's a great quote. Another quote that really actually got it tatted on me is, your only limit is your mind. That's also extremely real. I feel like that one really helped get me through prep as well, because at the end of the day, your body can do so much more. The only thing that's stopping you is your mind. And the only way to grow as a person is to put yourself in situations where you're uncomfortable. So anyways, that's that. That was also my new quad day. I hope you enjoyed. And yeah, I'll talk to you next time. Also, like, subscribe, follow, all the above.